Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome day, and today we're going to be going over the Tombow Mono Graph mechanical pencil. Now, besides the fact that I got a pretty ugly color, it is a neon green. The main selling points of this pencil are the shaker, the locking mechanism, the big eraser, and the side clip lead dispenser, as you can see here. There's this little shaker inside that dispenses lead, and then if you push this up, then that basically turns it off. So let me get out my reviewing sheet and we'll write that down. Okay, so these are the main selling points. As you can see, I cut through that, but yep, we're gonna run into the price range of this pencil, which is $6 is how much I paid for this. So it goes to the lower part of the $6 to $10 price range. So I'm just gonna underline that to remember, and I'm gonna write a little $6 up here, so hopefully that makes it a little more transparent. So this is going to be compared to other pencils in a similar price range, because obviously you can't compare a $20 pencil to a $6 pencil. So the first category, comfort, it will end up pretty badly. So this grip, obviously not much effort is put into it. It's clearly utilizing form over function, because it looks super cool. Like, you can see the shaker moving, and you can see the inner mechanism here. It looks really cool, but there is nothing here to help you write or to increase tactility or softness. So it's gonna score pretty badly with a 1 out of 5. And I'd like to add that there are some little ridges here. So yeah, you can see that there's a little gap here in the middle, but that doesn't help at all. But at least they kind of tried. It's not even that big of an effort. It won't degrade at all, obviously, because it's a plastic just piece of it that's transparent, but obviously still low effort. So 2 out of 3 for material quality. I would have liked to see like at least some contours for your hands. Now that's gonna end up as a 4 out of 8. Oh no, sorry, I can't do simple math. That's gonna end up as a 3 out of 8. So below average, but still pretty good. The material quality part saved it, as do most of these pencils. The material quality just is pretty good, but then they decided to just stop trying in this part. So functionality comes next. So hopefully you can see the reflection here a little bit, how it's orangish, kind of brown, but this is a brass clutch. So usually better quality, more reliable, and obviously it lasts longer because it's metal. Now, as I was talking about, this side clip is the only way you can dispense lead besides shaking it. So if you're more of a top click person, that's just not an option. If you see, if I click the top, literally nothing happens. I'm just hitting the eraser, which isn't really attached to anything besides the twister. It has a very reliable shaker for that matter. It lets out a little less than I see in other pencils like the Dr. Grip. That may be something to get used to, but let's just do a little test. We'll do 3 shakes. And you'll see that a decent amount came out, but if you were writing, 3 shakes would be probably more than most people are comfortable with. So the clip is also pretty easy to move. Like, if this was in your bag and you had it locked, then I'm pretty sure it'd be easy for something to hit it and it would just go down. But besides that, it is also very flimsy. So if you can see, I can just move that around. For a part of the pencil that's so like essential to it functioning and it being able to lock and dispense lead, period, it should not be this flimsy. Like, that's concerning. That's definitely a failure point in the pencil. Also, if the shaker is down here and you decide to turn the lock on, then you're going to hear a little bit of a rattle, which is obviously a design flaw. But if we turn it off and then the shaker is on this top half of the pencil and then we turn it on, you don't hear anything except obviously the lead in the pencil, which is going to be a factor regardless. So that's just something to keep in mind, that it's going to be a bit noisy if you don't make sure to have it on the top. Besides that, it's pretty good. You can't really get inside the pencil at all except for the eraser top, which obviously comes off like it's supposed to. And then the tip, which is very easy to take off, as you saw earlier. So it gets a 4 out of 5 in reliability and repairability. It's just, it gets a point off for obviously the repairability section because it is not very fixable in case you get something inside the pencil, like something stuck or whatever. It's just not very repairable. So next we're moving on to erasability. Woohoo! Tombow, you did it! This shouldn't really be surprising because Tombow makes regular erasers too, like the square ones, but they're amazing quality and they're good at dust collection. So dust collection is a really big thing in terms of a good eraser. So we're just gonna write a little bit here, make a little bit of a scribble, and if we erase that, there's no sand here. That's the way I've heard it called. And there's just one big piece of eraser dust, which really helps in cleaning up. So I could just take that off and then move it to, this side of the paper and not have to deal with it. And that really helps. So in erasability, it gets a 3 out of 3 because Tombow knows how to make erasers. Next, this pencil's durability. So it has a very scary amount of give. As you can see, it's literally at an angle. Oh, okay, it's popping. The plastic's popping now. So we don't like that sound. It's all plastic except for the obvious, which is the shaker, the tip, and the lead dispensing mechanism inside of it, which you can see because they didn't care about the comfort, but that's another thing. I don't like majority plastic at this price range. I think people should be getting more. So 1 out of 3. Sorry, Tombow. In total, this pencil scored an 8 out of 11, which it's above average, but not super high. So we're moving on to value for money next, which we talk about the amount of features and the delivery of features. Now, this pencil has overall good features. Some major things were overlooked, like the eraser. There's an issue I didn't go over previously, where if you see this eraser, it looks like it's okay in here, but if I decide to flip it, something a little bit unsightly is gonna happen, where you literally just lose your eraser. So it does not fit snugly at all. I mean, maybe I don't even know how to describe this. It literally just falls out. Like, where is the mechanism to prevent this? So you would lose an eraser if you didn't decide to, twist it back in, which is very concerning, considering if you're at the last bit of your eraser, you'll basically just have to throw it away because you'll have to twist it all the way up every time you want to use it. So very disappointing. That's a failure of this pencil. Another one, obviously, is the flimsiness of the clip, the terribleness of this grip, and the shaker and eraser are good, so we're talking about pros now. The locking mechanism is super helpful as well. Not too unknown in this category, so it gets a 2 out of 3 in terms of amount of features, and a 2 out of 5 in terms of delivery of these features. Losing an eraser randomly or the clip bumping while you're in, while it's in a bag, which would turn the lock, literally defeats the purpose of those features. And it's really disappointing because you don't get to use those features because of these failure points. So in total, this pencil got a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry for all the Tombow Mono lovers out there, the Mono Graph. I've heard the Mono Zero is a lot better because it's more metal instead of just plastic, which would definitely help this durability category. But it's an average pencil with clear faults and common features. So it's a little unsightly, but it is a heftier pencil, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. And yeah, that's my review of the Tombow Mono Graph. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I explained the pencil very thoroughly. Bye, and I hope you have a great day.